Let's face it, remember when The Walking Dead was the show? Like Sunday nights used to be sacred. You'd turn off your phone, grab some snacks, and mentally prepare yourself to watch beloved characters get ripped to shreds in the most depressing way possible. And we loved it. But here's the thing. The show fell apart, and you can't tell me it didn't. Somewhere between, oh my god, zombies are terrifying, and oh my god, they're still milking Negan 6 seasons later, The Walking Dead TV series went from groundbreaking to background noise. And then, like a lot of you, I discovered the comics. And that's when it hit me. The comics are so much better. Like, not even close. It's not just a little better, it's like comparing a juicy steak to a microwave dinner. Sure, the microwave dinner fills you up, but you know deep down, it's garbage. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about why Robert Kirkman's black and white pages absolutely destroy AMC's billion-dollar zombie soap opera. First of all, the comics have one major advantage. They don't care about actors' contracts. Oh, Andrew Lincoln wants to spend more time with his family? Cool, I get it. But in the comics, Rick doesn't just dip out on a helicopter to star in some spin-off. No, in the comics, Rick goes out in the most brutal, gut-wrenching, and completely final way possible. The show, on the other hand, feels like it's held hostage by AMC's money machine. Characters don't die when the story needs them to die. They die when the actor decides their contract is up or when AMC needs a new shocking death for the mid-season finale promo. It's like, oh, hey, we haven't brutally murdered anyone important in a while. Spin the wheel. Who's it gonna be? Glenn? Perfect, that'll trend on Twitter. But in the comics, Glenn's death wasn't just shock value. It wasn't just, look, Negan's scary, guys. It was a moment that changed everything. It was the point where the series said, yeah, no one is safe. Not even the heart of the group. It's storytelling. It's impactful. It's devastating. In the show, it was dragged out, teased for months, filmed with that weird POV cliffhanger, and then bashed over our heads until we were numb. And don't even get me started on pacing. If you watch the show, you know exactly what I mean. The pacing is absolute trash. Entire seasons are just the group wandering around, crying, giving long speeches about hope while staring at trees. Like, yes, Carl, life is pain. We get it. But can something happen already? The comics? No filler, none. Kirkman didn't waste your time with 10 episodes of the group debating whether they should stay in one place or move on. Stuff just happened. Storylines moved forward. Characters evolved. Conflicts escalated. You didn't feel like your time was being milked for ad revenue. When you binge the comics, the story flows like a river. You get sucked in. You're flipping pages at 2 a.m. because you need to know what happens next. With the show, you're checking your phone halfway through the episode because you already know it's going to end with a dramatic zoom in on Rick saying, "We fight for our future." Cool, Rick. Haven't heard that one before. Another thing? The characters in the comics actually make sense. They're consistent. They have arcs. They grow or they die. In the show, characters randomly flip personalities depending on what the writers need that week. Remember Andrea in the show? Annoying, messy, constantly making dumb decisions. In the comics, Andrea was a straight-up badass, a sniper queen, one of the most reliable, competent, and beloved members of the group. But no, the show decided, what if we make her unbearable and then kill her off early? Genius. Or take Carl. Comic Carl grows into this hardened, complicated, fascinating leader. He's basically the future of the story. But on the show, nah, they kill him off because... why? Exactly. To make things unpredictable? To shock us? To free up budget for more CGI zombies? Killing Carl was the moment I knew the show had lost its way. Because in the comics, Carl's story isn't just important, it's the point. It's about passing the torch. It's about what this whole apocalypse is building toward. Without Carl, the entire narrative collapses. And can we talk about endings? Because the comic actually has one. A real, satisfying, gut punch ending. It's not perfect, but it wraps up the story. It gives you closure. You can put the book down and go, damn, that was worth it. The show, oh, you sweet summer child. The show is never ending. AMC will drag The Walking Dead until the sun explodes. Spin-offs, movies, Daryl and Carol road trip specials, anything to keep milking that zombie cow. The story isn't a story anymore. It's a franchise factory. And that's the saddest part, because The Walking Dead started as this raw, unpredictable tale of survival. A story where no one was safe, where humanity was constantly tested, where you actually felt the weight of every decision. The comics kept that spirit alive all the way through, but the show sold it out for ratings, cliffhangers, and spin-off announcements. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying the show was all bad. Seasons 1 through 5, pretty solid, some amazing performances, some iconic scenes. When the show was good, it was great. The pilot episode alone is a masterpiece of television. And I'll admit, seeing some of these characters brought to life, Daryl, Michonne, Negan, it was incredible. But once you've read the comics, you realize what the show could have been. How much potential was wasted, how much richer, darker, and more meaningful the story really was. The comics aren't afraid to hurt you. They're not afraid to kill your favorite character without mercy, not because the actor asked for a raise, but because that's where the story had to go. The comics treat you with respect. They don't insult your intelligence with fake cliffhangers and filler episodes. And at the end of the day, the comics are The Walking Dead. The show is just fan fiction with a Hollywood budget. So yeah, if you're one of those people who jumped ship from the show and still feel like you're missing out on the real Walking Dead experience, go read the comics. Seriously, do yourself a favor. You'll see the story the way it was meant to be told. Because the zombies might be scary, but nothing is scarier than AMC execs deciding which character lives or dies based on the Nielsen ratings. And that, my friends, is why the comics will always be better than the show.